Tonight's tactical enhancement is the Kyoto. It's furry. Tonight we're playing Warhammer, the old world. 2,000 points of straight up biff because we're too lazy to do scenarios. Though we should probably change that one day.
We should.
And Sean has brought Orcs and Goblins, which may or may not be a tournament list.
It is.
It's a tournament list.
On Saturday, so 2 days from now.
Right, okay, so we're going to road test it, see what to optimise.
Yes, I think it's pretty good, but we'll see.
Yeah, and playing Sean's tournament list is like playing a video game in the hard setting.
I think so. So we've got some squig hoppers. We've got a black orc on a wyvern.
Yeah, there he is.
We've got the new craze. It's the bog of night goblins with poison.
Oh, yeah, the poison arrow horde.
We have 3 level 4 mages, so I've got a
sneaky fucks.
level 4 orc,
Alright, there he is.
level 4 night goblin, and a level 4 on a wolf.
So I've got the night goblin there. Oh, yep, there he is.
Got 2 fanatics. Yep.
That fella.
2 doom divers, 4 biggins.
Oh, these catapults seem to be everything.
And well,
We'll
see how we go.
Close enough.
And we've got a 18 black orcs.
18 black orcs. Yeah, that'll be nasty.
With a banner which gets them to reroll 1s when they charge,
right?
Flee or pursue. So I want them because getting into compact and not being charged, it's pretty. It can make some big sweeps. It's. Otherwise, people just take the war banner, but I like to take something.
Yeah, mix it up. It's Warhammer, not chess.
No, well, we'll see. You got a bloody big chess piece board here. Look at this. It's
They come with their own grid.
Okay.
So against that, I got 2,000 points worth of Dwarf, 4 units of 15 warriors, and each one's got a character. Some of them are dirt cheap Thanes. In the mix of this, I've got I've got to find the bugger. Where is he? Well, there's a Thane who hardly ever gets to see the light of day. I've got a runesmith here because I figure I need to be doing some dispelling because I knew he was bringing a couple of mages. God knows if he'll actually get to do anything useful. We've got another Thane here who I hardly ever use again. Mostly because I got lots of Thane miniatures back in 6th and 7th edition when I realised blocks of infantry needed to have a character. But then you didn't need them in 8th, so they haven't been used a lot. And we have the standard bearer here. He's also the regimental Beerstein holder. And Redbeard is back as the general. And so on top of those 4 units 15, we have a unit of 15 Iron Breakers. It's a very dark army because they're in black-based spacer trays as well, and they've got grey bases. A dozen or so miners. I ran out of points, so they got no standard. 2 bog standard cannon, but I've got an engineer to go with them.
Yeah. And
a flying rubber dinghy, because you just can't do dwarfs these days without a rubber dinghy. And that's it. So what we'll do now is we will roll a dice, wherever the hell my dice went. And we'll see who has to commence setting up first. That'll be Sean. Sean can start setting up first.
Okay, I'll do that.
And we'll go from there. Right, the Malarkey is deployed. On Sean's side, he's clustered in the middle, which not a great surprise given what he's got. Big bunch of Black Orcs, Wyvern, big bunch of
night goblins.
Night goblin shooters, the Maniacs on their squig hoppers on the forest.
Yes.
I'm not sure that's a good idea. They have to do a terrain test when they hop through it.
They just move. No, it's dangerous terrain. You would, but they just.
Okay, so kind of difficult terrain, are we?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fine. We didn't talk about that before. 2 launchers on the hill, as you do, and the cav on the left flank. Up against that, actually, where are those mages? Where are they hiding?
There's one mage here.
One in the Wolf Boys.
There's one here.
One there.
There's one
and
here.
one there. All right. Well, there's no way I'm going to stop them all, but we'll have a go. What I've got is a phalanx of warriors over there with the army standard here. There's different standards on these guys. I think these guys have got a rune of confusion. That unit there's got a rune of, I don't know, whichever one it is, that hesitation. I think that's the one.
You lose all the
Yep.
bonuses.
And this one here's got one of those runes of hesitation, I think it is, or confusion maybe. Plus the army standard bearer, he gives a +1 to the combat resolution of every unit within leadership range. And these guys have got a rune of battle. We've got a couple of cannon on the hill, as you do, and the chopper. So I've got these guys basically ready to fight all by their lonesome against anything which tries to get around too quick. And these guys are going to try and bring up the line around there. These guys, I'm assuming, are going to scream "wah" at some point and come right at us.
Maybe.
Maybe.
That means yes.
No, we'll see. If he doesn't, I'll be very disappointed. And Rubber Dinghy's going to go and try and find something squishy to shoot at. On that note, it's time to roll a dice and see who goes first, which weirdly enough, even though Sean set up first, I finished deploying first. Leon, grab a dice, son.
I did finish deploying first. I get +1.
Oh, well, we rolled a 1 anyway, so you definitely get first turn. Alright.
Good on you, Leon. We'll get you to roll for the rest of the night.
On that note, we'll check in at the end of Orcs and Goblins turn 1. End of Orcs and Goblins turn 1. And this brave fellow is leading the charge. Look at that. Look at this bloke, Mr. Contused Spear himself, out in the lead, showing what he's made of. Right at the cannon, as you do. And the rest of the line has moved up in a rather organised sort of way. But geez, they fucking redeployed themselves in a hurry, didn't they? Did they see a chopper?
No.
I'm probably going to go for the cannon. Anyway, and they've got a mage in there. The hoppers are on the back line. Well, now that's annoying. I know why they're there.
Well, you got -, haven't you?
Yes, he did some magic, some of which did things like buff units that aren't even going to be anywhere near that mattering. Then he tried to move these guys forward on a teleport of some sort. That's the only thing I tried to dispel because all his mages are out of range of normal dispels. But I do have the wild dispel, whatever it's called.
You have the oh no, I forget. You
Whatever it's
have
called.
one
Per turn.
dispel which can be at any range, but it's no bonuses to it.
That's right. So I hopped that, and I got boxcars for some miracle. So that didn't jump up because what would have happened is he would have then tried to do some other shit. They were going to redeploy about there,
And
would have
shoot
put him
you.
in range for other things. On that note, what else did we do? They fired a fireball at these guys. Actually rolled like crazy, but then these guys got plenty of armor, so they were okay. And that's it. That's Orcs and Goblins. No, correction. The Doom Divers had a go.
And miss.
Yeah, they didn't have their flying lessons. They should have learned how to land. That's what all these sorts of people forget how to do.
They didn't go to air flight school to land. They just on how to take off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. This arm flappy practice stuff wasn't good enough. Good God.
Anyway.
Don't get me cancelled, Sean. On that note, we're going to move over to the Dwarves. And we'll check in after Dwarf turn 1. And a Dwarf turn 1. And there was rather a lot of removing the entire fucking line to go to where the actual fight is. This lot here have come down from the hill, mostly, so that this lot can't shoot with all of their ranks on the move. But they can always volley fire. The only other thing that worked, well, we hopped out some splatter shot, grape shot, splatter shot, whatever, from that thing. Them did nothing, which is about what you'd expect. The good news is both of my cannons hit, one on a 6 to wound, so he got armor bane. Neither of them exploded, which is always a good start to the dwarf turn. Yep, they're both wounded. And one was armor bane, so he had no armor. The other one, he got a 5+ armor, it didn't work. They both whiffed on the ward save, and they both whiffed on the regen save, and I did a total of 5 wounds. That's remarkable. Yeah, that normally doesn't happen. But I'll take it while I can get it. On that note, over to the Orcs and Goblins turn 2.
Okay.
Orcs and Goblins turn 2. And the magic has just been pouring out of these bastards, as you might expect, with 3 level 4 mages. They put itching nuisance on these guys and then fired a whole lot of poison at them. Some other things they tried as well. They did another spell which bumped off 3 guys all up. Over here, they used magic to make these guys move again. The Doom Divers plus some magic took out one of the cannons. And this guy got a charge in on the other one. That was always going to happen. He did his suicide run right up the guts to get them. Short of deploying infantry immediately in front of them in a complete fucking castle, that was always going to work. Dropped a template over here. Now the drama I've got is because he's got the mobility right where he wants it. He can theoretically destroy this unit, and then he can just hang back and he's automatically won the game. Because there's no way that my line can catch him now. I've lost my reach. But Sean's decided to be very generous and try and annihilate the entire dwarf army and make a game of it. She may well do. He's got a killer army. He's used this one once before, but Sean is a high-ranking tournament player from way back. And this game's just, well, that's what you tell me. You could be lying.
I could be lying.
And this version of the rules sits much more in that historic space than 8th edition did. So he's got a high mobility, high firepower army, even though the firepower is mostly in magic. And this is a tournament army he's road testing, and it's destroyed another tournament player's tournament army in a previous game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
a good of the top ranking South Australian player.
Yeah. See, there'll be somebody in Sydney or Melbourne going, oh, yeah, but it's only South Australia.
No, Gunny's very good. He's very good. I would rate him.
Yeah. So this is Sean at his mean-faced finest, wanting that voucher at the end of the day.
Nah, I don't care.
I'm just insulting you because I'm getting my ass handed to me, and I need to be mean in order to feel better about it.
Do be mean. Look, it's... Yeah, I apologise. I should have said something nasty.
I knew this was going to be a nuts tournament list, and you actually showed it to me before. I knew what I was up against. I thought I'd try something, but it's not going to work. The logical fallacy of it's become evident already. But I'm going to play it out and see what happens, because I may yet be able to make a stand-up fight of it. No idea how that'll work out, but we'll find out as the night progresses. Alright, Orcs and Goblins turn 3.
It's very tough. They're not
and what they've done is sit back, not engage that unit at all, and he's got 3 level 4 mages who pumped buffs into all their units, a long way away from my guy who can do dispels, but he's got no chance anyway because he's only giving a +1 or 2. And then he's done shooting, magic, ballistic stuff, etc., dropped the toughness down to 1, unfortunately. I did try to dispel that, but it didn't work. And the result is he's blasted the shit out of that unit, so there's only 1 guy left in that unit, plus the hero. And you can see where he's deployed. So basically Sean's won. He won it effectively in turn 2 through manoeuvre, and it's just turn 3 in order to finish up enough points to make it relevant.
We can call it.
I think I'll call it.
I think
there's no point.
I don't see any point. No, I'm sorry, Chris.
Three level 4 mages. I mean, this is a tournament list, right? So I don't think the sportsmanship score is going to be particularly relevant to the outcome of the tournament.
Have another scotch.
But yeah, look, it shows the deficiency of the dwarf army if you don't take the anvil.
And
I refuse to take the anvil. It's just, I don't know, it's not my cup of tea.
It's not that over the top.
It's not this over the top. It's the style factor. It's like if you can only play dwarves if you take a magic dude banging away on an anvil using magic, then it's like
yeah, make the masters doing it. I didn't win the masters. You're not going to. People are taking dragons.
Yeah, people are taking dragons,
and it's not uber over the top. It's an okay item. It's like taking a cannon or something. It's got some good abilities. It's like taking a mage, and it's not as good as taking a mage in many respects.
What you mean, taking a?
3 mages.
What are you talking about? Taking 3 mages is.
Some people say take 2 anvils,
Yeah, I'm sure they do, and I'm sure it's effective. But I think it highlights the difference between what you've got to do to win a tournament compared to what we do on the average evening game where we're just putting our miniatures out to have some fun.
Which is not. This is not.
No, I knew going up into this army that it's the tournament list and you're going to bring your A game and try and fuck shit up. I didn't think this dwarf army would be quite as useless as it is. But the drama with this list is that I put one more unit and character in than I should have, and I should have put other diversity into it.
See, an organ gun. You also can you spread you guys. I don't know why you deployed over there.
Because I couldn't fit in front of the cannon, which is stupid. I put the cannon down too far forward.
Yeah.
I should have had these guys advancing in a line into the middle instead of being to the side of the guns. But you know what? It would have made no difference. You would have done exactly the same thing anyway.
There would have been some hand-to-hand combat because you would have kept pressing.
Well,
no, he would have manoeuvred. Most of the stuff in this army will manoeuvre out of the way.
So here I am. So I go, he's all here, right? I'll wipe that out.
So let's
Finish
just say
my movement to space, travel mystical paths. I roll double 6, you can't stop it. Alright. This is what I do. I can move 12 inches there, and I put his units are here, and these guys go boop.
Out of the charge arc.
And now you're facing nobody.
Yeah.
Swig hoppers, some guys that can move off. These guys, again, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I could castle and just fire lots and lots of guns at you, which is boring as batshit.
Which is what I played before, and that is not that great.
And look, what I was trying to do with this list today was to see if I could make a dwarf line work in the way I used to make it work in 8th edition. And the short answer seems to be not against Sean's tournament list.
But a lot of lists are very much, I wanted a tough game tonight, actually. A lot of the lists are very mobile. They have a lot of tricks. They've got waves of stuff. Gunny's Beastman list with 3 units of 3 dragon ogres, very tough.
Yeah.
And he's got Vile Tide. He sits, and what a lot of the good players do, they sit back with a mage at the back in a bunker. So the high elves will sit with an elf mage with the sisters, and
4 fucking bolt throwers.
No bolt throwers. They don't need it. They've got a dragon. They've got a griffin, battle standard bearer, and then some knights and stuff, and some chariots. This is one of the other lists I've got to beat, and that's going to be tough. It's got not only a dragon but a griffin, which is a 2-up save. I've got to try and that's why I'm taking this, because I need this sort of firepower just to hope that I can win. So unfortunately, your list is not the best demonstration for how tough it can be.
Well, my list was an experiment, and I think it's completed the null hypothesis. But, that notwithstanding, absolutely fucking lethal list.
It's good.
I mean, I like a bit of magic in Warhammer. It's what spices it up. But I don't like it when Warhammer is built around the magic.
Wow.
But, I guess if you're going to do a tournament...
the only one taking 3 mages.
Hey?
The only one taking 3 mages.
Do you think in the future there might be a cap on the number of mages?
But the thing is, my 3 mages cost less than 1 dragon. And a dragon cleans up whole armies.
Yeah, if you don't know what you're doing against a dragon, like a dragon I wouldn't have a problem with against this army if there's a dragon plus a mixture of other things, right? Because...
I'll bring a dragon one day. You can have fun with that.
Yeah, 1 dragon, 1 mage, couple of shooters like you got over there, bit of cav, bit of infantry, and this army would have held up a lot better. But
no, I've seen what if you played Anne and exactly described what you just said. He'd probably clean you up too.
Well, we'll see, because I've taken those sorts of combos against other people, and some days it works and some days it doesn't.
Yeah.
But these units here will have a hell of a lot of combat res.
Yes.
And the ability to soak up the dragon, and do mutually supporting things. Now, if the dragon player is doing his job properly, he'll mutually support the dragon with some other gear as well. But then you've got a proper game. What we've got here is choose something you want to destroy it. Choose the next thing you want to destroy it.
You made it
outmaneuver
easy.
the other guy.
You have made it easy for me by deploying again. Not
We-
you should just deploy in the front.
Well, maybe.
No,
probably.
Maybe. Yes.
But to be honest with you, against your army, it would have made no difference.
no, I agree. But
It might have bought you another couple of turns.
Yeah, against a different army, my deployment wouldn't have been quite so bad.
We-
but against
we'll get you.
this army, yeah.
Well, so I apologise for bringing this army along.
Well, I knew what I was in for, and I decided to let you road test a tournament army with
Yeah.
all of its conditioners. So I figured the odds of winning were low, and that you'd do these sorts of things. But
You
you want to practice the list before you take it to a tournament, so we gave it a go.
Thanks.
We know what it does.
I appreciate it. Yeah, well,
I road tested an idea for a dwarf list and found it doesn't work.
it worked. but again, I think list it might do a lot better. You're
Oh,
right.
look, it would have, but it's too fucking overbalanced. What I used to do in 8th edition, it usually be a 2,500 point tournament game, but I'd basically do a block of 50 dwarfs with a character or two blocks of 25, but they'd be elite units with a character each, 3 cannon at the back, move 100 guys forward, intimidate the other guys because the charge range was decent back then, blast away with 3 cannon until those cannon were destroyed, and he'd go, aha, I took out your cannon with my cannon destroying flank attacks, and I'd say, whoopee-doo, I've now just hit your line with 100 guys. And we'd have a really good fight, and I don't know if I ever won any, but I'd come in the top 2 or 3 on a regular basis. This would be like with about a dozen to 16 odd players. But it's a different world now. Things work different.
Infantry.
And you know what we didn't do?
What?
We didn't factor in the magic resistance inherent to the dwarves you were hitting.
Well, a lot of them I wasn't. Well, I still would have got off.
You would have got enough things off. It didn't matter.
I don't think it made. I didn't fail.
Against 3 level 4 mages, it wouldn't have made a difference.
It made no difference.
Yeah.
I had backup anyway with each nuisance, so if that didn't go off, this would have.
Yeah,
Is
you
magic
got
resistance like +3 on the dice or something?
plus one.
Nice.
So, if he's making marginal rolls with like 1 guy casting, you can stop the odd thing. But with 3 guys casting level 4,
I got a
it's all
mage
through.
that's got extra range. You
So,
can reroll one failed.
We've answered most of this already, but gentlemen, what have we learned?
A lot of people don't rate this list. I think Gunay might, because he's played it. But everyone else is like, oh no, it's like, oh, this list is really bad, and oh, there's a number of dwarf lists which are similar in style to you.
Presumably they have more guns and more magic defense.
No, one has Tim, Dan, and Tim. Tim's taking just 1 organ gun, but he's taking a big block of ironbreakers. Long hammers, 20 hammers, and some 20 rangers. The other guy's taken a big block of iron fire drakes, and he's taken a block of 20, so I think it might be longbeards, and then he's got some cavalry, empire cavalry, and a 4th level mage. But the thing is, it's only 20. And you saw what just happened to 20 there.
Yep.
They got chewed up.
But people are running around with blocks of ogres, and they'll have 18, 19 ogres in a block.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Oh.
3 wounds or 4 wounds each, isn't it?
3 wounds
and
each.
then the champion has 4.
I could do.
Yeah,
I could.
but
I
it's
could-
all points. So the general idea of this is you combo charge, so you've got 2, maybe 3 units in combat, at least 2. You've got some stuff to stop their charges from working so good, bogs you in. You've got shield wall, so you'll withstand the initial charges. You counter charge, even if it's to the face, then you have an extra +1 for the close order. At least one of your units will retain ranks longer than the other one, so you end up with some plus there. I've got a banner here, which means anyone gets a +1. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 combat res in the favour of the dwarves before you start rolling.
Yeah, that's fine. If I get my itchy nuisance off, I reduce your weapon skill because I've got a spell that can reduce your weapon skill. I go in, I kill 10 of your guys.
Yeah.
I challenge your champion out.
So it depends on what you're fighting with, right?
And then I outnumber you 2 to 1.
Well, that depends on what you're fighting me with. Because I'm not charging into your fucking block of night goblins again. I did that once
My
before.
Black Orcs will. And then I
Black
throw
Orcs will have a
the
go.
night goblins through, for example. Teleport them over there. run them through your whole ranks, all sorts of stuff.
Right, there's lots of different things you can do, and lots of things I can do back.
Yes.
The problem with this list is it's got one too many infantry units, and for the cost of that, I can get another
Cannons.
cannon, maybe 2 cannon,
2 organ
up the
guns.
magic resistance, all that sort of shit. So I guess what it's coming back to is the age-old thing that with dwarves, you really need a Swiss Army knife. You can't overemphasize one component.
Yeah. You need, but all armies need, what I think I found in this game is you need combined arms. You need
Yep.
your fast troops. You need your magic. You need your everything you can, and that's what I'm finding better armies do. So if you just go just monsters or just cavalry, you can do well, but you can also
So one of the drums, I think, with
you can lose.
this is why I've got to relearn how to make dwarves effective, because one of the things with dwarves is if you win by castling, it is the single most boring way to play the game. So I don't know. I have to think about what to do. But look, I think I'm gonna wrap up because we've been rabbiting on for quite a while. So thanks for watching. Sorry to thoroughly disappoint all the dwarf players out there. Feel free to provide some tactical advice. But for now, it's definitely time to call it a night. Fuck you. We'll fight again.